Welcome to S Rank, the podcast, drinking our full from the goblet of knowledge. On this show, we rank 14 random things on an S through F tier list, but we don't know what's coming next, and we only get one swap. This is the most dangerous game. I'm Devin. With me to create this list is Ethan.
How's it going? I'm glad to be here. After last episode, I really sat down and I thought about our new rule that we established. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, we said that at the end we can clean sweep it, like basically wipe the board, and we can read to the list, but then we don't get to swap for that game in the next two games. So it's a pretty big penalty because we didn't swap at all. And then we were joking, like, do we bankroll swaps?
Right.
And then we're like, that's going to be too complicated to remember, especially if we record these. Luckily, we're recording these pretty close together, but in case we ever record one like a month apart, would any of us remember if we were like, oh, we had 3 bankrolled swaps? Do we,
Yeah, I don't want to bank. We only get one swap, but we can do a clean sweep and then get penalized with no swaps.
I like that. That's a funny
okay.
nuke option.
If we want to self-impose a no swap like we did last time, because ultimately we didn't really need it, then I think that's fine. But cool. Hopefully, we don't have as boring of a slate this time.
Yeah, there was some just middle of the road nouns and objects. I feel like we're mostly are ones that kind of were like, there's some we learned some things about like schools in India, but like I mean that's what I like about this. Like I said, we never know what's coming next. So really, I mean, we have our 7 filters here for people this is your first episode. We have 7 filters / websites, and basically we generate our things to put on this list from those 7 generators. We go through it twice because we have 14 spots. We have an S. There's only 1 spot for S, obviously. And then we have C, where we have 3 spots, but the other ones are 2. And we're not doing like tier within the tier. It's just the tier is what it is. But yeah, that's how we do it. And basically, we want to make sure at the end, after we complete our list, to make sure that we won. If we feel the list is close to perfect, I'd say we won. If we feel like we missed more than we got correct, that's when we lose, but we definitely don't want to lose. I feel like we've been on a roll lately. I feel like even if you're connecting in season 1, we've been on a roll, but we have a couple new ones this year. We did our first episodes of season 2 last time, and there's some new ones, and so far they haven't penalized us too bad. But there's a couple in here that I think easily it could get bad, depending on how they roll. Sure. So, but the first episode of season 2 was a success for sure. We didn't use a swap, which I guess, like I said, there's a couple I personally think I would have swapped, but for the most part, that was one of our stronger boards for sure. I think that we've had in this podcast series. But are you ready to rumble?
I'm ready to roll, not rumble. I'm ready to roll because I'm predicting some sort of vehicle or vehicle adjacent thing will be on this list. That's my prediction.
Vehicle. We're gonna get like a Toyota, Toyota truck or something. Okay.
Maybe.
We have Kevin Garnett here. That's not our first one, which would have been cool if it was. Fortunately, he's in a Boston Celtics uniform. Would love to see him in his Timberwolves uniform, but that's just me. But he did win a championship for Boston, and they call him the big ticket. And hopefully we have a big ticket in our rerun here to see who actually is our first person on this list. That's now a tradition in a way. But yeah, we have random famous people up first. In the past, we've had presidents, and we've had historical figures. So we don't know what we're going to get. It really could be anywhere. So let's see what we get. Prophet Muhammad.
Okay. We didn't talk about religious figures as a possibility in this entire series. We've talked about politicians because those are people who have historical records that we can judge.
Yes.
I don't know if I feel comfortable ranking the Prophet Muhammad because in some ways, you would feel obligated to put him or any equivalent at S, as to not upset certain people, especially if you were to put them middle and be like, I just don't know. Would we, if this was Jesus, who would we put higher? You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. So,
If if we did get Jesus, so you would put S, is what you're saying, just for the record.
well, well, they can't share. So then what would you do? One would have to go above the other. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
No, are we gonna put them at A, both at A, and then pizza near me sits at us? And then it's like, what's going on here?
Nothing's better than pizza near me. I mean, I that might be number one all time.
If we want to rank him, okay. We never made any rules about this, and I need to have a rule right now.
Yeah, I mean, we have done things on the show where we've ranked things we don't have experience with, or we've looked up stuff to kind of come to a better conclusion. I don't know much. I mean, I know a little bit about Prophet Muhammad and whatnot, but I'm not a huge expert. And I don't know if there's even like I don't want to use sacrilegious, but like, you know what I mean, where like offensiveness to be like, if we ranked this, is even ranking Prophet Muhammad considered, like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I didn't think
blasphemy.
about that either.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not familiar
enough.
Right? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, we've ranked some crazy shit on here. That like
we've definitely ranked politicians that we don't like, but those are people whose actions we can judge.
Yeah. Will we be called out for not putting, you know, any sort of, like, we just were like, we were gonna rerun this, but then we were like, oh, we got, I don't know, just other religious stuff loosely. Like, if we got, let's say, the Catholic Church.
Those are the actions of people whom we can judge. I think that's different. Yeah. I think that would be different.
I'm sure it's gonna happen in the future where we'll be like, listen, we're just not gonna touch this. I think this is one of those times. I'm okay with being like, let's not.
I'm okay ranking the devil. We did Reagan before, but I wouldn't be. I wouldn't want to rank. You know.
Also, just like, it goes back to like, yes, there's some level of personal experience we sometimes don't have, but like, luckily most of them Wikipedia articles. But this is like a belief system and religion, so it's just like, let's not.
Even selfishly, I just don't want the heat that it would bring, regardless of where we put it. And you know, if we do, because episode 15 was a ranking of the ranks of the S tiers, if we rank him today and it would be S rank, then we just automatically, you know what I mean? Because what else? So I just don't think it's fun.
I think that's more the answer. It's not fun, but shout out though, I'll say.
Shout out, sure.
Yeah, let's rerun. All right, Walt Whitman. I swear to God, if this is like an evil person now, I'm gonna be like, never mind. We're going.
He's an author.
He is an author. Yeah. Okay, you know who this is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've heard of him.
Fuck, he's got one famous book I'm aware of.
Okay, I like his beard. All right, he is Walter Whitman Jr. 1819 to 1892, was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. He also wrote 2 novels. He is considered one of the most influential poets in American literature and world literature. He incorporated both transcendentalism and realism in his writings, and is often called the father of the free verse. His work was controversial in his time, particularly his 1855 poetry collection Leaves of Grass, which was described by some as obscene for its overt sensuality. Let's see what kind of stuff. Okay, here you go. He during the American Civil War, he went to Washington D.C. and worked in hospitals caring for the wounded. That's pretty cool. His poetry often focused on both loss and healing. On the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, whom Whitman greatly admired, he authored a number of poems, including "O Captain, My Captain" and "When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed," and gave a series of lectures on Lincoln. He suffered a stroke towards the end of his life. Then he moved to Camden, New Jersey, where his health further declined. He died at age 72. His funeral was a public event. All right. I don't know his poems offhand, but we've Lincoln is arguably the best president
Oh,
for his time. He was,
sure,
I mean,
maybe.
you know, compared to now, I think, it's hard to
I just don't
give
feel
away award.
comfortable ranking. I'm just kidding here.
This whole episode, we just don't be comfortable with anything.
Like,
We're
oh,
like, we're
man,
afraid to put anything.
Yeah, I always knew him as one of the great American authors. Like you'd have up there with Mark Twain and the guy who wrote Moby Dick. I forgot his name.
Melville.
Yes, Herman Melville.
Melville.
Yeah.
Combined, I think, his name into one word.
yeah. And I also know that one of his books was in Breaking Bad. I remember that.
Okay.
Was in there. Because, A, I'm American biased. And again, one of the great American authors. I'm sitting here being like, B. I think he's a pretty cool dude.
I mean, he wrote about Lincoln, and I will respect any creative person who is criticized for being obscene for its overt sensuality. I respect that, especially in the 1800s. I like that. But why not? B. Okay. Walt Whitman, you've convinced me. And he fucked with Lincoln. All right, like we got like
emphasis on
at
the
a time
width.
on the time when it was 50-50 of what kind of American are you?
Oh, sure.
So,
sure.
So, and I like his vibe. This dude, this is the type of dude you see where be like, this guy's got stories. Like you can't be rocking a beard and a beautiful hat like that if you don't have like stories to tell, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And born in New York, so fellow New Yorker. Shout out.
Exactly. Okay.
Cool.
An excellent way to start the episode.
Let's see what random nouns. I swear to God, if it gives us Prophet Muhammad, I think then we have to rank it. And it's just a divine intervention to be like, you gotta rank this. You gotta be on the record. Random nouns.
These white boys getting
example,
in trouble. This is what the name of the episode is.
Here we go. Men.
I just don't feel comfortable ranking that. Are we gonna put women above or lower?
This episode is really trying to be like, all right, you're gonna rank Prophet Muhammad, you're gonna rank men.
I put men above Prophet Muhammad. Fight me. This is the Super Manosphere podcast.
We're gonna get men, then objects will be like, I don't know, the Bible. We're just gonna get all the
Well, we've already had the wit man. We just put the rest of the men. Men are pretty good.
The feminists of me say we put men at F because we deserve it.
No, that's obnoxious.
I think we deserve it.
No,
we deserve it.
This is one of those things where it's like.
Also, men could imply like men as in human race.
I mean, maybe. I feel like if I'm
talking,
what I mean? Generally, I would say mankind if I was going that route.
But it's been like in historical stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be like,
mice
we're
and men.
all men.
Yeah,
mice and men. Yeah. You know what I mean?
All men turn to dust. This is one of those just like facts of nature type of things. If we don't go historical, then it would be like, I don't know, see, everyone needs to breathe air. What would if we, air was always our example with that.
I'll say for me, it's like when I hear men, I'm like the boys. Like the boys have done some cool stuff, but then we're like, if we're getting really historical, then men have done a lot of awful things. Like I said, if you put more of the feminist hat on, but if we're talking about like you and the boys, the men, hey, it's men's night,
Yeah, but the word isn't
that's pretty
fellas.
Exciting.
It's men. So
men singular.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. It's broad enough to mean whatever you want it to mean. I don't know. Your call. Throw this in your boat. Man. You put it somewhere.
Because if I feel like we put it high on the surface, like if someone read that, they'd be like, "Are these guys?"
I mean, I don't know. We're also men, so it's like cool. That's me.
I don't know if I'd be like, we put men at S, and then they're like, "What do you mean by that?" But I don't know. I'm kind of like, we the boys. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I think this is a C. I think we just kind of keep it simple. Men. We have our ups. We have our downs. And you can use that whether you're talking about like men or the humankind. I think we are generally kind of straight down the middle.
Yeah, because this doesn't want to define. This is just giving the word. So
yes. Manly men.
Fucking could not stand that show. Oh
That show
my
was
God.
awesome. I don't care what you say. All right, I haven't watched it since I was a kid, but actually, no, it did come on at the gym, and it was the episode where now, it must have been towards the end before Charlie Sheen left because I forget because he did get married in the show, and then it's his like wife. He has a dream about having a threesome with his wife's girlfriend, and it's just the whole thing. But I was like, oh yeah. And the kid grew up really quick out of nowhere. I remember that. That's how kid actors are. Like all of a sudden he's like, I'm 22. Like, wait, you're supposed to be like 10.
I didn't watch, and I had never planned to, the Netflix live action Avatar: The Last Airbender show, but like they got an age appropriate kid to play Aang for the first season, and now he's like twice the height that he was before. He's taller than some of them. He doesn't look like a little boy, but he still has to act like it.
I do feel like movies sometimes get in shows sometimes get a bad rap about like like being like we got to keep the same actor. Like sometimes I think depending on like if it's like a child going through like let's say 20 years, I think it's totally fine to like recast or like whatever. But
I think that's part of the reason why the dude who was playing Kratos in the live action show got recast, because the kid that's playing Atreus is only going to be a kid for so long. Get someone else now. We cannot wait for your arm to recover in a year from now to resume the show. We gotta get someone else. Sorry, which sucks to be him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the guy who's playing Kratos was in Odyssey actually as one of the dudes. He was
mentor, right? Or
the one guy that Tom Holland. I forget how to say his Greek character's name. Tom Holland was like practicing
mentor
sword fighting with
him.
him.
That was mentor. Yeah. That's where we.
Oh,
get
I thought you
name.
said like mentor, like his mentor. And
well,
I was like,
that's also where the name comes from.
Crazy. Anyways, men. If anything, Odyssey is men. You know, mentor.
Yeah.
It's very men.
I mean, it's a very Christopher Nolan thing. He, in many ways, doesn't know how to write a woman.
He does love his men. He does love his men. All right, now we're on to daily objects.
I just don't feel comfortable with daily objects anymore.
God. Yeah, maybe we overthought that one, but I agree. Let's just play it safe. Let's do a roll D12. Roll a D12 for our random objects,
which is a Twitter.
Or sorry, daily
feed.
Objects.
Yes, daily objects or random Twitter feed.
5.
Thing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An air purifier.
Okay. Very, very
This one
useful.
specifically, T-fall. This one's like a pretty small one. I have one that I need to desperately.
You gotta clean that filter. Clean that baby well.
I gotta get a new filter. It's been like a year, so I don't know how much it's really doing, to be frank. But, we need one here. We definitely need them here in Colorado because we just get forest fires, and if anything, everyone in America, everyone in the world is going to need one because that'll be our future. Everything will just be hazy.
I almost got one when the Canada wildfire smoke was turning the sky here orange.
It's
for a couple days. I'm like, man, do I buy one, or is this like when there was snow last year down south near David actually, and a bunch of people bought generators and whatnot. Like, they're just gonna get a markup. I'll wait until after this is over, and then I'll check Facebook Marketplace with a Facebook account I don't have, and then I'll see if someone wants to sell an air purifier for cheap. I guess that was my plan.
Yeah, I definitely think having one is good, just because it definitely helps, at least minimum with like allergies too. If you have pets, like people think it's not just for the shitty weather, but for those kind of things. Mine also runs when you cook or anything. It's kind of funny. I'm like, wait, what does that mean? Like, it's like,
got some
are we
cooking?
Food. Are we cooking something that has like that much microplastics in it that's just going in the air? Like, what's going on? But I'll say not very exciting though.
Yeah, it's not like wholly necessary as an appliance, but is a life improving one. It's a nice to have. Yes. I guess depending on where you live, it could be a necessity. I'm not, discounting that. I think a lot of people who live in some states like Colorado kind of overplay and whine about their life, I think just deal with
Right.
it. But no, it's nice to have. We're not necessarily using the exact one in the picture as the
Yeah,
one that's
just
getting ranked. It's just the idea.
because this one looks pretty small to me. Like this would be like one you have at your
It
desk, but I don't
might
know
sit
how
on
much.
a desk,
But
maybe.
really, I don't know how much this one is like gonna help you. Like I think you like air
It might
purifiers.
be
You
a
kind of
single
need.
room
You need. But
thing.
even the one I have is like bigger than a PS5. I would say.
Sure.
If to put it into perspective,
How many
or what?
PlayStations is this in height and weight?
Yeah, but even mine is supposed to be mostly just for like half a house, I think. This one looks a little bit smaller, but I do know IKEA, I believe, has ones that look like a table, so you put in the living room, which is kind of cool. And it's also as like a Bluetooth speaker or something like that. And I'm like, all right, so it's kind of an all functionality. Like you could put your drinks on it, your dinner on it, but also it can play music, and then also it's purifying the air. I don't know how good of quality it is, but
when the music's playing while there's just a also happening too.
I don't know. Ours isn't really that loud unless it's like really bad. Like I said, when we're cooking or something, it will turn to overdrive mode or whatever.
That's
and
just
it
doing you a
will,
favor. It doesn't want to make your house all stinky.
yeah. But I think just for the sake of where we're at in this list, I think this is like an E or a D.
I would put this at E or D. Yeah, fuck. I can see myself convincing either or. Why not? Why not E?
If we have men at C, you know what I mean? Like, let's say we get like an appliance that's above an air purifier, like that's where you'd be like, all right, let's put that at D. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if men is going to be where our C is at, air purifier, I feel like is pretty good at E.
Okay. E it is.
Or fair at E.
Hope I spelled purifier right. I don't.
Yeah,
that wasn't an opportunity, an invitation to check. That wasn't a subtle invitation to check my spelling.
I'm trying to help you out.
You didn't even notice I spelled air wrong. No, I'm kidding.
Air Jordan purifiers. Now that's an opportunity I just thought of. Like, why don't they have Air
There are
Jordan
definitely sneaker boxes that are meant to like steam and crisp and your shoes.
No, I want you as you're wearing your Air Jordans, they're purifying the air.
Oh.
Each step you're pushing out the good, or you're sucking in the bad air as you step up, and then as you step down, it only pushes out good air. There's something there. Michael Jordan, hit me up. Let's generate an animal. One of our new lists this year. We've gotten some very specific. We've gotten bees and what was the other one we got? I don't even remember what the first one we got was. I know we got a bee.
Oh, it was the hummingbird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we get here. Give us something cool like a lion.
An octopus. I get closer with me. It's a fish.
Yeah, white crappie, dude.
That's what they would be calling us if we ranked the Prophet Muhammad anywhere.
The white crappie, habitat C. Lifespan 10 to 15 years. That's pretty solid for a fish, I feel like. It's an omnivore. Length 12 to 20 inches. Top speed not known. They don't sprint. We haven't seen one sprint in the water.
Interesting.
And male, female, they're still called white crappies. They don't have a fun name or anything.
Y for men.
Let me see if I can get another photo because this one looks like
chromosome. Because
this white crappie has like a weird, very awful like Photoshop cutout of it, and I think we can probably find I just hope we don't get something crazy when I look up white crappie. Let's see.
Safe search on?
I think it's on, yeah. All right, there we go. Here's John and his white crappie he got.
He knows how fast the fish swims.
All right, this guy's
not fast
Look
enough.
at this dude. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah. I'm 100%. I'm with you.
Dude, there's some really cool dudes here. Talking about men. There's some men with fish. Nothing better.
I ranked fishing video games, or at least I did. I need to finish up.
Look at his shirt. He has a bass on his shirt. You can see it right there.
Yeah.
But here, I guess there's a black crappie. Looks more green. It's like a greenish So you have a little bit green versus the blue.
Mhm.
But anyways, we're ranking the white crappie here. It looks like they get pretty solid size. If I was a fish, not like a shark, but like a your classic freshwater, saltwater fish. Looks like it probably is
It's
freshwater. This is a size fish I'd like to be. Like I don't want to be too big, but this one's, I feel like this one's a pretty good size. So how do we want to rank?
I like fish. I like fishing. I like the white crappie.
I could fly fish one of these, dude. That should be my golden goose, my white whales. Be like, I need to find a white crappie. I don't know if we get them in Colorado. Let me see. Colorado?
I want to rank him C.
Because the men and the fish. It's like a dog and his dog and man, it's men and fish, same thing.
I want to put the white crappie.
Yeah, let's put white crappie at C.
Is that 2 P's?
Oh yeah.
Okay. There we go.
White crappie. Oh, y'all catch the crappie now. What big white crappie. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Look at this. Look at that. That's huge.
Yeah. And the white crappie's holding one too.
Huh.
Okay.
I mean, one day, folks, if you like us talking about fish, don't worry. One day, folks, we might have a special
all fish
episode.
But we would have to do that IRL on a boat.
You want us to do an S-Rank episode on a boat?
Yeah.
Want to go in Lake Ontario or something?
Yeah. And we
don't
rank
really
fish.
have too much body of water here, and all our water is slowly depleting.
But I don't want to go to Colorado. I'm not welcome there.
You gotta get on the Colorado River, where it's just rocks.
That could be fun in a different way.
Let's rank rocks, rock fishing.
I took a geology class.
I taught geology in Boy Scouts at my Boy Scout camp I worked at. It was my least knowledgeable subject for sure.
Do you still have this tab open? Remember this Stephen Bellamy or Samuel Bellamy?
We've done this every episode. This is the pirate guy that I mentioned. This is.
I just don't feel comfortable. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, okay.
Yeah, here is Wikipedia. We're gonna do random article. This one is definitely our true chaotic neutral. Let's see what we get.
It's giving us cool things and just evil, literally evil things. So
yeah. Okay, we're going back to back a little bit here from last episode. We have Casper Tengstedt. Casper Tengstedt is a Danish professional footballer who plays as a winger or forward for Eredivisie Club Feyenoord.
I saw the section there that said club career, and I'm like, is this a musician? No, we're talking about football clubs. Ugh.
Well, I'll say we got one last time who was like a manager of a football club, and he had like 2 sentences. This guy at least has a pretty, much longer one. I don't think he's like Messi or anything, but he's played around. Has he played for? I'm trying to look. He has played for Denmark national under 17 football club and under 21. Oh, he's like pretty young still. He's 26 years old, so he's kind of in his prime of his career right now.
Cool, and as he gets older and does more things, maybe he can get himself out of the F tier because that's where he's going. Can you spell Tengstedt, please?
All right, you want to put him in F?
Yeah. I mean, unless you disagree, but come on. We're talking European soccer. We're talking the Nordics.
If we had some random NFL player, you still probably would rank him higher, is what you're saying.
Probably. Yeah, actually. Okay. I don't care if that makes me... I don't know. I don't care.
All right. Casper, like the ghost. And then Tengstedt. Okay. Tengstedt.
Okay.
That's how I think it would be pronounced.
Listen, my anti-sports bias here weighs down a lot of stuff. My
Yeah, Ethan's the guy at
anti-European.
every Super Bowl being like, "Yay, sports ball! I love."
I went to the Super Bowl to be that guy. That's
Yeah,
dedication. No, I'm not. I'm not one
everyone's
of the sports
favorite
ball
guy
people. I'm not one of those people.
Yay, sports! Is that a home run?
Yeah.
No, I know you're not. But those people like pretend that they're really funny. It's like, bro, we get it. You don't like sports. It's totally fine. No one was gonna crucify you for.
Oh, those
not
people
liking
might
the
be
sports.
in families where there's a lot of people who are like, "Yeah, let's watch the game today." Blah blah blah. And then
Yeah,
maybe,
dude, watch the
maybe,
game.
But then maybe those
You're not
people,
in the men category. Then you're not in the men
and
category.
maybe
You're not
those
watching the
people
big
are
game.
dismissive of the sports
Yes.
ball saying person's hobbies,
Yes.
and maybe it's one of those insecurities coming out because no one says that sports.
Oh, trust me
ball,
though, there's definitely sports people
No-
that I fucking hate though.
no one says the sports ball thing coming from like in a zero context environment.
I know.
They have insecurities as to why they say that. I've definitely been rolled my eyes.
I've been to Super Bowl
at that
parties where
stuff.
there is like that one guy, and it's just after like the first quarter, you're like, okay, we get it. Like you really don't like this. Why are you here? Like go home. Like that's always I'm like, no one didn't. Like I don't know who invited you, but I was just like, that's why I'm like
That's how Devin and I met.
yeah, it was right. Then a Resident Evil commercial came on, and we're like, wait, we both like Resident Evil. I don't know how it would work. But yeah, sports ball, baby.
I would rank the concept of sports ball above any sport. There, I said it.
Wow, he said it.
Yeah, not really.
You know what isn't a sport? Esports. Fight me.
They don't treat themselves like sports, so they can't.
Yeah, true.
Because it's like almost all of them are owned by the company that makes the video game, and I just don't feel that you can really be a sport if there's a corporation that owns.
You know who's more of an athlete from esports?
The
Is
thing.
the guy who played Gran Turismo than actually raced.
Sure.
That guy.
I mean, Kazunori Yamaguchi, I think is his now. Kazunori, the Gran Turismo director, is a racer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
He actually knows ball, so
Exactly.
like he can.
He knows
yeah.
wheel. He knows wheel.
He knows wheel. Yeah, do they know wheel? Do they still say ball? That's a good question. All right,
Because
we're
it could be either wheel, the steering wheel, or the yoke as they might call it.
All right, we're doing concepts from Giant Bomb
.com.
list here. 86 out of 87. That's crazy. We're going to the last page here. I think what is on this one? I think I remember seeing impaling weapons.
Okay.
I don't feel
Impaling
comfortable
weapons.
personally talking about impaling weapons.
It's very it's adjacent to rape, and I just don't want to get into
my
that.
So the picture is the rail crossbow
From
gun there.
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life. Yeah.
Oh, because I was thinking like spears and pikes and whatnot, but this is literally a weapon that sticks you to something with impaling,
Yes.
right?
So it says occasionally it isn't just enough to let the ragdoll flop around on the ground. Some shooters have weapons that pin enemies to objects or walls when they hit.
Okay. And I did like that crossbow in Half-Life 2. I've soured a lot on Half-Life 2 over the years. I don't think its influence is
You're
that
contrarian.
crazy. In a way, yeah. So I probably just need to play it again in order to reset. Because at one point that was in my top 10 favorite games of all time. That was like my favorite
like
shooter.
That was too obvious. And
Maybe. All right. Well, why don't you stop this right now? Okay. No, I'm kidding.
No,
but I did like that crossbow.
Gun. Yeah, I did like. I remember liking that one and obviously like the gravity gun or whatever.
Sure.
Obviously is
It worked a lot
pretty funny.
like a sniper rifle in a sense that I would use that to pick off dudes at a distance.
Would suck to get impaled by that too, because it's
a hot radioactive rod or something.
Yeah,
insane.
And I feel like you wouldn't be killed instantly. Depending, like if you got hit in the shoulder and you're impaled to the wall, you're slowly like.
It's like you got 15 minutes. I feel like.
Yeah, of just pain.
Yeah. Impaling weapons are really fun in a video game because strategically in that instance you're using it as effectively a one shot take care of them type of thing. I think of like some of the Resident Evil games or whatnot where like you have a bunch of different weapons, you have an SMG, you have this, you have that, and I'm always thinking of like how many like The Last of Us was like this for me. How many guys can I eliminate with the bullets I have? And for these types of weapons, it's like 1-to-1 bullet to
Typically, yeah.
thing. Or I was gonna say Dead Space, but it's almost like the opposite because you're
Dead Space has the
removing limbs.
buzzsaw one as well as the laser one, where you're removing limbs. I'm trying to remember if there was
Dead Space
one that
Extraction
was...
had the rivet gun. That's what I'm thinking. That was the Wii game, that had the PlayStation Move thing I played last year. But yeah, I mean, oh yeah, and then BioShock 2 had a rivet gun, and that was impaling. Yeah, I like them a lot.
How many impaling weapons do we have like in real, like now? I'm trying to think too. Like if you take this out of like video game context, like do we have?
I don't really think
I don't think
so.
so. We just made to blow you up more times.
Well, because here's an honest question here. Because a lot of weapons are cool, but they might actually be impractical in real life, like a flamethrower. You have a tank of oil or gas of fuel on your back. One shot, you explode. And I think it might also be a crime against humanity to use this chemical sprayer. But putting
used it
that
a lot
aside,
in Vietnam and stuff like that.
yeah,
to
napalm,
burn, like
people. But like, how many would think about what an impaling weapon would be in real life, and would that be considered
like
a crime?
trebuchets in those kind of things from like, if we're going far back, you know what I mean? We're like getting hit with one of those, like you're just severed in half. I feel like, right? Like,
yeah, it's
depending
not
how big the bolt is, you know what I mean? But
right,
because I do know like there's like do impaling weapons count like theoretically? Like a big crossbow, like I guess that's like a trebuchet, but like I mean anything like
I think it has to be something like in our photograph example here. It is pinning you to something, impaling. Well, impaling is in the name, but it's got to go through you. It can't cut you in half. It can't chop a limb off. It's got to go through you and stick you to. It's got to stick you in place. And I do think a spear and a pike work with that. Regardless if I threw the spear at you or if I rushed you with it, you're impaled. I mean, Vlad the Impaler, those people were on pikes on his lawn. You know what I mean? So, I think it's cool.
Is this we see us now becoming the men category? Is this like a good like men thing to be?
Sure, very phallic imagery there with the impaling. Aspect.
We're getting is this a C? Yeah,
sure.
It's niche enough. If it was just weapons, I think I'd be like, that's kind of cool.
I'd put weapons higher because
yeah, that's
men.
Fair. But yeah, I mean, like nothing's more man than bleeding out after being impaled, defending, I don't know, your castle or something. I don't know.
Sure.
We've all had that moment, right? You ever think about if you had to bleed out, where you'd bleed out?
Oh.
Like, on the beach, you're like, oh, I killed all the bad guys, the invading force, but like they got me. And like I'm gonna bleed out, but I know my family's safe. Like, do you ever have that kind of like
no.
Really?
No.
Damn. To be fair, like there was kind of a Instagram, TikTok trend a couple years back of people like being like, "Oh, this is a great bleed out place," and it's like
I remember that. Yeah.
Snowy path, like you're in the middle of like, and it's like a beautiful view of like mountains in the distance, and it's like the camera will just like fall over your hand.
That so much. I would rather be shot in the head, exploded. I'd rather have it be finite. I'd find that more dignified.
But I think it's like the euphoria of like, I did it. I know I completed my quest.
Yeah, but what if you didn't?
Blew up?
But what if you didn't?
Well, then you're that's regular blood out.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Because if you just blew up, you don't know if you won the battle.
Sure, but if you,
I think it's the euphoric of like I
don't know.
I bled out. It's like in Lord of the Rings, Boromir, right? Like he's like I'm bleeding out, but like I know I helped the hobbits get away. My life had some purpose.
I guess. I
I don't know.
guess.
Anyways, if
He was
you ever get
also
bleeding out,
corrupted.
that's S tier.
I would rank Boromir along with Casper.
The ghost.
Yeah. Capster Tengst. That was actually his full
All right.
name. His name was Casper Tengsten.
Oh,
You
really?
didn't know that? Yeah.
No.
Okay, we're on
Interesting.
good
One.
and bad life choices.
Yep. 1d20, 244. There's a lot of options here. We've seen a pretty good range. Pretty
Yeah.
like just from the two that we did. 104.
Great road.
We're on page 3. Dude, ride a camel. 103.
104,
Give blood.
104, 104.
104. I did do 104. See, oh, thank God, because that one's give a compliment a day. Oh, like giving a compliment every day. Like that's I guess that's more of a life choice
so
and a life
corny.
experience.
That's so live, laugh, love coded. Give a compliment a day. Man, that's just so fucking lame.
The picture it says you rock, and it's a bomb saying it to a rock, and then he says you the bomb to the bomb.
That's fantastic.
Compliment a day.
I want to put this at D. Man, I want to put this at D. I don't know. Listen, what does the compliment do to the other person?
Hypes him up.
Is if it's a
The
good
world's
one.
tough out here,
if it's a
dude.
good one, if I have to give a compliment every day, some of them are going to be worse than others. Some of them are actually going to get
It's
diluted
only
over
a day,
time.
though. You probably actually do. You might do that every day. You might not realize it. I hope so, at least.
Okay, so then it's not something impactful on my life if I don't even realize it.
Does it have to be? That's selfish.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it'd be D. I don't think it's that great. White crappy's better. Men are better. You're telling me give a compliment a day is better than men? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm not.
You sexist. What's
S.
the male version of misogyny? What's the word for that? That's what you're doing right now.
Mensage? I don't know.
Not mensogyny. It's got some name. I've only ever seen it being used by crybabies. Yeah, I'm thinking D because I think it's just lame. If it was like,
I was gonna put an E. What's funny is that you're arguing it to higher than ever.
All right, it's E. Give a compliment.
Because I agree, it's just kind of like
day.
I mean, be a good person. I think is a better attitude to have than be like give a compliment. Because I feel like if you're a good person every day, then probably you're giving compliments at least weekly. But like I said, a compliment could be just be like simple as like, I don't know. Hey, thanks for giving me the ice cream that I paid for. You do like, you know what I mean?
That's not a compliment. That's saying thank you.
I know, but like you're thanking them for being there. And that's kind of a compliment in my head. I'm stretching it a little bit, I know. But I'm just thinking if you're a good person.
That's how weak it is.
I think if you're a good person.
I don't want to but it's so easy to give people false compliments. They give them the wrong idea. Oh, I think those gigantically large shoes on you are great. You look good in them. I fucking lied to you. It's a compliment. Walk around with your clown ass shoes.
Well, you have big ass shoes, dude. That's fire.
Sometimes
you're a clown, and I mean that because that's your profession, and I respect that. I love that shit.
Maybe we're so male focused. Compliments can be used for evil. Hey, babe, nice ass, as you say to some random woman on the street. That's a compliment. It's not a nice thing to do, but all compliments are great, according to Devin. He said that.
I didn't say that.
He said that.
Didn't say that. You wanted to rank it at D. I put it down. So.
I don't remember that. I remember saying it should be D. And then you said it should be S.
Air purification and giving a compliment every day.
They're just as useful.
Zeus's law. Give a compliment every day. Random famous people. Here we go. Oprah Winfrey.
Okay. How much negates or balances the scale on platforming Dr. Oz?
Ooh.
That's my number one question, because I think that's probably the biggest evil
I'm
that
sure
she's
that
done is platform Dr. Oz and not denounce him. To my knowledge, not denounce him or any of the stuff he's done since.
I hate to say I don't have any proof. 'Cause I do think she has endorsed people like Obama in the past, but
her and Obama
she's
went
conservative, but
to
she's
try to
conservative
get
coded,
the probably
is
her,
what I'm trying to say.
Cool.
Is she's conservative coded in my book.
Probably, which because she's rich, so it's just naturally going to skew and lean in that direction.
But you're right, but I'm saying because of also like Dr. Oz, and I swear there was something else I'm missing.
Of like Dr. Phil, I think.
Probably.
Listen, we all love the.
Is Dr. Oz a coincidence of we're doing reality TV shows? How would she have known that he was going to run for like the Ohio governor seat or whatever? Pennsylvania.
Remember, he ran against Fetterman.
God, that's crazy.
I guess we have it better than, but do we? Because his position in the administration right now is actually worse, maybe, than being a lame Pennsylvanian
God, Pennsylvania politics is
senator or whatever.
Dog shit. Like just unironically, it's just dog shit.
Terrible schools there too.
Yeah. Public ones.
Yeah, I mean, you have a point there. And that is a good. I've thought about that. What if? Because I was at work with people who came from Pennsylvania that had a lot of opinions on that race. But we all love the bees gif, the Oprah Winfrey, the bees, because she always has the gifs, and one of them was
she did kind of get or popularize. I don't think she's the first one, but she popularized the look under your seat. You just won a car.
I mean, Xbox did that with the 360 Slim 3. I swear, because of Oprah's influence.
So she has that, and she had the Oprah channel, right? TV channel.
Yeah, right? She got big enough that was a thing.
She had a magazine as well.
She had a book club.
But she's not like. What is she doing now? Are we allowed to look that up? Can we look that up?
Sure. Can you also not lean all the way over like that? I want the folks to see your face. You going to a Wikipedia page to see what she's doing now?
Yeah.
I remember that she and Obama.
She has a compound in Telluride, Colorado, since 1992.
Oh, there you go.
And she's multiple properties, but once again, rich, not surprising. Romantic history. Weird phrasing of that.
That's how Wikipedia does.
Should we? How rich is she? That's what I want to know too.
I was gonna say earlier. Her and Obama tried to get the Olympics to be in LA, back when Obama was president.
So 2008, her yearly income was $275 million.
Damn. Yeah, no, I think that just makes you lower on the list because of it.
Yeah, I don't know where to rank her, just because I don't think it's one of those things where I just feel like she is of that era where it's just like she did the talk show host. I think she's more of a positive than a negative is how I'm kind of seeing it.
Yeah, but again, how much does the Dr. Oz endorsement outweigh a lot of that?
Daytime talk shows impact on LGBT people. Because I thought wasn't she woke in that regard? Wasn't she pro LGBTQ? I don't remember. Oh, politics. Here we go.
Sure she was. Hopefully she is.
She endorsed Hillary Clinton. She met with the Crown Prince and de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia in 2018. She helped Baltimore author Wes Moore win the Maryland gubernatorial election. I have his book. I've read it. Signed by him.
Wow.
Okay, you're talking about Dr. Oz. She did endorse John Fetterman over Dr. Oz in the 2022.
Okay.
Does that help you in any way?
I mean,
that when push came to shove, She chose against him, despite what we know about John Fetterman.
Sure.
But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She endorsed Kamala Harris in 2024. I mean, I think she's just. I said she's kind of conservative coded in some areas, but I think it's just the richness for me. But at the end of the day, she's your rich, I guess, liberal person. I mean, so do we put her at B?
No, I would still put her at D.
Or,
I would still put her at D.
You're putting Oprah Winfrey under men.
And the white crappie. And impaling weapons. Okay,
I'm fine, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe I'm hyping her up too much. I don't really have a strong feeling.
At this point in my life, and this point in 2026, Oprah Winfrey is more like, whatever. Why you're here? Okay, you're has been.
Yeah.
Like you talk like libbed ups like rich celebrity, but like influence wise, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic and mean here. I would have put her at C, to be honest. I would have put her at C, but we have men.
Do you want to put her at B or D for now? We could always, if the rest of our list goes fine, we could always swap.
Metagaming the list, I guess I would rather put her at B for now.
Because if we can't swap her, like, where do we, like, what's the best position for her? I think we put her at B. I think she, especially after quickly rereading,
it's all about the O.
It's all about the O. Hey, maybe S rank can get on the O network. That'd be cool. Then we put her at S.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think.
Also, putting opinions on her aside, iconic name. There's only one. I'm sure people have named
Oprah,
people,
you know who
kids.
You're talking about.
I'm sure daughters have been named after Oprah since, but not before.
If I said, oh, Jeff, you're like, Jeff Bezos? I'm like, no, Jeff Gordon.
The joke completely went over my head. What?
All right, let's do a random noun.
I don't know what just happened.
Cloth.
I
think that's an F.
Really?
I don't know.
You got some on your head. Man. You got some on your torso. I assume you have some on your legs.
I got some in my digestive system because everything's plastic and garbage in our food. So
yeah, but this is cloth. This is biodegradable, brother.
I eat that shit.
You should.
So you can eat your shoe. You can eat your shoe, by the way.
Yeah, you can. You can eat your hat. Maybe not all at once. But you could. Depends on what's first. In there.
you gotta grill it. You gotta put it on the grill.
Boiled hat.
I want someone to put like, I'm putting some good shit on the grill today, and it's just like them putting on like just their sneakers onto the
pair of loafers on. Yeah, boiled shoe leather, delicious. Cloth, I would put at D because, a lot of in this day, I mean, you made your jokey complaints about microplastics a couple times, you know what I mean? Because that's just the doomed state that we live in because it's inevitable.
I don't know why Oprah doesn't do anything about that. That's all I'm going to say. Maybe Oprah needs to.
When she released all of those bees, they were carrying little tiny microplastic bombs that they let go. We complain about plastic and we complain about this or that, but like cloth is a good replacement for all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Biodegradable. It creates jobs in America. I think we still have like cloth.
It's also
like,
killed
textiles,
workers too. Yeah.
I'm positive on cloth. Well, I don't think it needs to be F. Just because it's boring, it's F.
I guess it is higher than air purifier and give compliment a day.
And Casper.
Casper, by the way, you are welcome on the show.
Oprah as well. And every man ever.
And Walt Whitman, if you're still alive.
Not if he was alive when Lincoln was alive. Cloth.
Ancient.
D. Our first D. We have F, D, 2 A's, and S. We're in a semi-similar position than we were last episode in the sense that we didn't get any oh hell yeses, which is also why I'm more than fine putting Oprah at B. Excuse me.
I'm also a little scared because we could get 3 just really shitty things out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden we're like we can't swap everything, and then that's
Then
when
it'll be like,
lose.
maybe we should have maybe we should have said you could bank a swap. And you could take
Yeah. So I'm hoping we give us a good daily object here, and I think we'll be fine. We need like an A or S daily object right here, and then I'm feeling better because then we can be like, all right, because Wikipedia more times than not I think is C and below. I don't think we've really gotten C and up really with Wikipedia so far on this show too often, but we'll see. 1d12, 12. We got 5. All right, we get 4.
Scroll up one. Oh, we've had
this one.
Yeah.
So I think,
and that was A. We got to roll again.
We did. We got to roll again. 1. Okay, I think that was mattress. Mattress.
I mean, mattress pretty good. Pretty good
Honestly,
human invention. I put that at A just to jump ahead here and spoil. But like, I mean, think about it. Think about what your mattress is compared to what sleeping arrangements people have had hundreds, thousands of years ago. Compare them. You know what I mean?
It is definitely probably a top 10 invention for the human race. Easily.
And you know,
how much has our life expectancy gone up because of a mattress? Straight up.
Right.
I don't know the numbers, but it's got to have been like people used to sleep on rocks and their backs would hurt. I mean, and now it's like our backs hurt a little bit.
Yeah, but we also live longer, so that's like probably also why. You know what I mean?
Have we just extended our suffering? Is actually a mattress.
Also, mattresses, beds create jobs, not building them, because
I mean, half of the objects we'll have will be like create jobs.
No. An entire species has a purpose because of the invention of beds. The bed bug. What were they doing before? I saw the Beetle Moses comic this morning, and I think that's very, very funny.
They probably were in like the grass and stuff, chilling. Maybe in hay.
Someone invented the mattress.
By the way, he spelled mattress wrong.
Is it 2 T's?
Yeah, it's 2 T's. Like Matt.
And 2 S's?
Matthew. Yeah, you got that right. I just didn't want you to get called out for it. I'm trying to defend you because as a fellow man, I'm trying to make sure. You know.
Okay.
So we already had one controversy this episode. We don't.
I understand.
One. Yeah.
Devin is saying that this is correct spelling. I understand.
Big Mats. Go to your bedroom. Go in the mats.
Okay, go to mats. All right.
I also realized that there's a dude called A Rock who keeps saying "tag me in, coach," to be a daily object, and they've been doing it on multiple ones. I've noticed they really want to be a daily object, but that's not how it works.
Nope.
I mean, it says you can submit ones in DM or Discord. They have a Discord.
That's kind of you're getting ahead of yourself, thinking you're bigger than you are. No one has a parasocial relationship with daily objects. I appreciate their service, but
we do.
Come on.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
We take and guess we don't really give them anything back.
We give them exposure.
That's true. All right, let's generate an animal. I want to give us an S tier animal.
Please. Give me tiger.
Big
Please.
tiger. Scottish Terrier. Okay. This could be it. We asked and we might have received.
My dad has a Scottish Terrier. You've met. The thing's an asshole, but it's a cute dog.
It's not his fault. Yeah, not his fault. It's a dog, 12 to 14 years lifespan. Weight 18 to 22 pounds. Mammal. Females are called Terry and males are called Terry with a Y. Did not know that.
Again, the XY chromosome thing. That's why there's a Y.
Length 10 to 11 inches. Top speed not known. I feel like we do know what a top speed of a Scottish Terrier is. I feel like we could easily find that out because there's like all those dog races and talent shows and stuff.
The top speed not known being twice in a row, I get the impression that that website's scraping the data from something, and top speed just isn't applicable for a lot of the things, and therefore, but they still have the category. You know what I mean? Yeah. A or
Scottish,
S?
obviously. I think this. Just are we? Do we really think we're gonna get another S?
I don't. And
I
we
mean,
get a
look at this
swap.
little guy. Look at this little guy. Yeah, little guy.
Can you spell terrier for
Okay,
me? Is
this
it 2TRRIER?
Terrier.
Scottish has
Look at dude.
has a Q in it, right?
Look at his stash. He has like an 1800 stash.
Yeah. He looks like he has opinions that politics that I just cannot comprehend. He looks like he says the name of people that I've never heard of before.
Yeah, I think this is an S.
There's a lot of that dog in
I like the white one here.
Hyrule Castle Town in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Oh, wait. So is Zelda Scottish?
A lot of the buildings in that game are based on German buildings.
Huh.
The pre-rendered ones.
Guess it's not historically accurate.
They also didn't have sharp ears either.
Yeah, I like this at S.
Okay. Is that it?
I think. Oh, it's Scottish with 2 T's.
Fuck.
I'm not fucking with you. I'm not trying to be.
I knew it looked wrong. I forgot to make the OBS thing full screen on one of my monitors so I can see it how everyone else would see it. That's why I've asked a couple times. Look, I'm doing it now.
Yeah, I forgot that your dad has a little one, right?
Yeah.
Is it purebred?
No.
I was gonna say because I remember it being pretty small, and these ones look a little bit bigger.
There we go. Now I can see everything. This is better.
Shout out. Oh, there's a Chihuahua mix one. What does that one look like? Okay, that's kind of fun. That's ugly looking. I love it.
That is closer actually to what my father has. Yeah.
I love the scrappy, ugly dogs, low key. Like,
yeah, but the thing about Chihuahuas is they are assholes. Like, it is just ingrained.
Our one neighbor has like a pack of them, and so when we walk Mickey, and like he'll just like sniff. If one of them sees it, the whole pack gets alert. And there was one time one of them got out somehow. Like, I don't know how it got out, but it was just following us on the walk. And we had to like go back, be like, "Hey, one of your 10 Chihuahuas got out." But I do like the size of these dogs because I always say if I can pick them up, that's preferred. I can't pick up Mickey. If anything,
I'm a big
Mickey
dog
probably
guy.
could pick me up.
Someone who doesn't own a dog, I would prefer to have a big dog. They take big shits though, I imagine.
Yeah, these are little pebbles.
It's just soup coming out of that thing. All right, we got 3 more spots.
All right, because I think we asked and we had received. We got back to back. Like, all right, cool. We know where to put these.
Yeah.
We got mattress and Scottish Terrier.
2 T's.
Now we just got to bring it home. All right, we're in a winning position. We need to bring it home.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it gets crazy. We need an F, D, or an A here. What the fuck is that?
Structured product labeling. Is
also
a health
called
level
SPL
7 international standard which defines the content of human prescription drug labeling as an XML format. Okay, so essentially this is a positive enforcement to let old people know when they can take this, how many they should take, and what they should not take if they are taking this.
Yeah, this is formatting. But it's one of those things you're like, this is boring, and I agree.
But like necessary. I think it's a D then. Right.
So the group has grown significantly since its inception in 2004. So we're older than this. That's kind of weird to think about. This is a type of formatting, yeah. Over 22,000 FDA informal product inserts have been encoded. Yeah, I guess this is D.
Yeah, because I wouldn't put this at F.
It's boring but factual and needed, I guess.
Oh man, okay. I'm already gonna have to break a thing I didn't want to have to break, and that's the font size. I wanted this to stay. You could just write
SPL.
Nah, we're not gonna know what that means. All right, we're doing. I mean, this season I have the standard font set to a specific size that isn't a decimal like it was before. So, and then therefore,
Oh
you
yeah,
know
that is so like barely fitting in there. Wow.
No, this is after I already shrunk it down. I just didn't.
Structured product labeling.
Now give a compliment a day actually has the first A because I got rid of the first A so that it could fit before. Whatever. All right. One can dream.
All right, now we have kind of the ends of the spectrum here. We need an A and an F.
Yeah. All right.
I feel like we're gonna get how I'm hoping we draw this up here is we get an A concept. Get a good fun concept here for A, and then we get something bad, a bad life experience, and we're like, that's an F.
Yeah.
Last time we got lost a puppy, which was awful, and hey, we're
that's
rebounding by getting Scottish Terrier.
Puppy was found. Yes,
the puppy was found. So
got
let's
2 T's in the name. 3 if you count one in Terrier. 1D87, right?
Yep. 19.
I'm gonna get second page. That one.
Is that 2?
Or is that 3? No, it's 2.
Summoners. A magician who specializes in the arcane arts of summoning. Conjurers are able to call forth otherworldly beasts and guardians to their aid. Okay.
Now imagine if we had also had on this list the Prophet Muhammad. And how dicey that would be to put summoners above it at A rank, because that's where I want to put it right now. Because I'm also thinking, because like there's so many different in fantasy fiction, whatnot, that word even just in general. But I'm thinking of Final Fantasy X, thinking of Yuna, thinking she's the summoner. She summons all the Aeons, and it's all the summons from Final Fantasy games, and they fight for you, and it's like having just what if Pokemon was cool? You do summon battles in that game. I get some of the other summoners where it's just her and then some of her rivals, and they have other versions like Pokemon, but cooler. And I'm thinking summoners should be A.
Only negative for summoners is
summon a demon or a devil. Jesus, not a devil.
No. Well, you hope if you summon me, I hope it was I consented to it.
If you like and subscribe and you watch your videos, you are summoning both of us.
That's true. Well, I'll say the only negative summons is a jury summons.
True, but
you hate to see you get that letter in the mail being like you need to come in, and it always happens when you're really busy, and you're like, "Fuck it, I gotta go."
Yeah, not for me.
I almost got grand juried.
Really?
On grand jury in Rochester, but luckily I was going to college, and I'm like, I literally have to go to school in 2 weeks, so. Wow. I had to go in. I still had to go into the courthouse that one Monday morning at fucking 8 a.m. and be like, oh, you're probably not going to be chosen. And I'm like, good, because I don't think I can't do this. I just can't. Even if I wanted to, I can't.
Right.
But I've gotten other ones in Colorado twice now,
really?
but I've only had to call the night before, and I have my number. They give you a number, and they're like, if it's odd or even. Okay. I'm like, all right, we're only looking for even people through this number. So it's like, all right, cool. So I never had to go in at least for Colorado, but luckily
I got called once, and I went while I was working at the Kmart we used to work at, and I never even got called up to the stand to say if I, or would you be impartial? You know what I mean? So fortunately, I didn't get there. But yeah, and I'm fingers crossed I never have to do it in my life. And grand jury would be interesting because, there's the famous cases that sometimes get movies made up.
I know Brad Pitt could play me. That'd been crazy.
Yeah.
12 Angry Men.
Or maybe you get called. You know what I mean? And that's actually season 3 of The Jury. You know what I mean?
See, I would tell I think it's illegal, but to be like, oh, I just really love the movie 12 Angry Men, so whatever happens, I'm just going to be the outlier and just be that guy in the jury, just to be force a hung jury constantly, just because you're just waste tax dollars and everything, just because you're like, guys, he's clearly guilty, and it's like, he's free, he's not guilty. And then once everyone starts switching over, then you switch back. So you constantly keep it You keep
Well,
them on
you've
their
convinced
toes.
me. You've convinced me. Yeah, but we're talking about being
No, but like
summoned
no,
as
magical
opposed to
summoners
summoners.
are sometimes you need summoners as some type of plot device because why else did the demons come and ravage the lands? Like, well, obviously there was an evil magician who summoned all the demons to come out because
Yeah.
he, he got bullied in preschool, and so like he still had a vendetta over that, and so he's like, fuck that town.
Yeah.
Here's demons.
Yeah.
So you need it's a good device to spawn your evil into your fantasy world at the very least. But
And
it's cool.
in many ways, what can you describe S-Rank the podcast as? Not just being a couple of summoners, summoning from forth random things. And I feel like I couldn't put myself any lower than A, so A it is.
I mean, I
also don't want
though,
to put
like,
it at F.
Summoners isn't like my like top like in terms of fantasy stuff. Like I'm not like sometimes magic is kind of hit or miss with me, like how much depending on how it's used and what context it's in. But considering where our list is at, like Summoners is pretty. Like if we didn't have Scottish Terrier right now, I think this would have been an S, just based off where this list is at. But Dog, the Scottish Terrier so far, I think eases out over Summoners for me.
I agree.
Let's do our last one. I keep forgetting. 1D, is it 134? 244. Oh my God. So there is a lot of options. Okay, give us a bad one. If we get a good one, we might have to swap something. So let's see what we get here. 31. That's a good number. I like. I'm gonna
guess 31. Page 42.
I think it'd be first page. Quit your job. That is one of the top feelings you can have in a capitalist system. Like in life.
Depends on your reason. Depends on your reason, I guess.
The picture is a dude holding a sticky note saying, I quit, which I've never had that. It's like a movie thing, I feel like, where you walk and be like, joke's on you. I quit.
Yeah. Listen,
or like you're about to be fired. Well, good, because I quit. I don't know how often that really happens.
When I was younger, quit a lot of jobs by just never coming back. And that felt pretty good. Especially if I knew, like, who cares, you know what I mean, type of things. Like, cool.
I mean, there's been jobs I've left that I like the people at, and there's like a little bit of a like, oh, kind of sucks with that regard. But like, there is a relief of like, wow, I never have to do that again.
Yeah. I've enjoyed, like, I quit a job years ago. But like the last time, my previous job, I quit that one. And that felt better than it didn't. Because of that reason. Also, there were a lot of people I didn't like. That also helped.
It can be bittersweet, I think, as like, if it's like something like you kind of enjoyed or like, I don't know. But sometimes when you're quitting your job, most times I think than not, you are getting a different one. So like, it's really tough to just like quit a job and then be like, I have no plan. So at least in my experience, where it's like, all right, I'm leaving this. Maybe I like some of the people and like, but I'm on to better things is the kind of idea, or I'm on to better pay might be the enough of a driving force to be like, oh my God, I'm leaving this job. And
I've definitely
get $10,000 more dollars.
Many times in a like, fuck you guys, I quit.
Oh, 100%
type of thing. And so many ways, the desire to do it is very positive.
I think it's healthy in a way to be like,
what would be
even a good job, just be like that feeling of like,
sure,
because it's like a chapter.
Never have to do this again is such a good feeling. But as of right now, it needs to go in F. So if we were to use our one swap on it, what would we swap it with? I'm literally looking. What would we can be like? Men is F. That's not. I don't feel like that's. It's lame.
For me, if our list was wide open, right now, for the most part, if it was
put
wide
it at
open,
B or A,
right? And I'm like, there's nothing.
I don't want to put Oprah at the bottom. Walt Whitman doesn't deserve that. Summoners, yeah, it's not real, but like that doesn't mean it should be at F. Mattress, definitely not. And with the dog. So then what? We go down to the C's, and it's like I guess the fish could go down there, but the fish is cool.
I'm looking at
um,
structured product labeling in D, but then that doesn't feel great for quit a job either, because that makes it seem that like we have more of a negative connotation to that than positive.
right.
And that, but then at the same time, structured product labeling is kind of so boring that like it's not totally impossible for that to be an F. And I think this is a situation where we have to pick the best place as we can while not sacrificing the rest of the list, which sucks because I do think quit a job is, like you said, easily B, if not A. Maybe even S, depending on how the rest of the list was. Like if we didn't have Scottish Terrier at all right now, like maybe quit a job would be at S.
Sure. Yeah.
But this is really tough. I think this is one, like I said, I think it's one of those situations where you got to pick the worst thing that's too high and take the L on it.
All right, we'll
and
swap.
save the
We'll
list.
swap. Quit a job with Casper Tengsted.
Like I said, I think that structured product labeling, I guess, is just kind of boring. So like if we put it there, or yeah, do we put white crappy and just tell the fish we're sorry? I don't know.
Or
like
impaling weapons, because maybe we could be like, well, what? It sucks to be impaled by one of those. That's
there's
why
not that many impaling weapons out there, but that's what makes it kind of unique, in my opinion.
Right.
It's not just like guns, which is
All
cool,
right.
but like not as cool as impaling weapons. I don't know.
If we
Or do
were
we quit
to,
a job, give a compliment a day, we knock that one down? But even then, that
it's
doesn't
just
feel high
one.
enough.
All right. How about we swap it with structured product labeling? Um.
Yeah, I still think we won the list if we do this. That's at least that's the positive with this. But it is kind of a sour note right there to have quit a job at D. But I think that's our best play.
I mean, you can quit a job. Oh, I had the font way too big here. You could have. You could quit a job for reasons you don't want. I have to take care of my mom. She's sick. I have to move. You
And
know what
quit
I
a job
mean?
also could, there is the connotation of like you got laid off, so you're kind of forced to quit a job because you're being told you're quitting.
I consider being fired and being laid off different from quitting a job. To be.
Yeah, I'm just throwing. I guess that
It's your choice to quit. I mean, and there's also situations where, like, in the white collar executive world, of hey, we're kind of pushing you out, but you can quit on your, you know what I mean? You can quit. You can make it look.
We're gonna give you a lot of shit work
know?
because we're gonna make
Oh,
sure
well, there's
you
that,
have a
but I mean of
miserable
like,
experience
hey,
so that you quit, so we don't have to fire you, kind of situation.
Okay, for instance, Phil Spencer, who was in charge of Xbox, he got pushed out of Microsoft, but like was given the you can quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I was thinking of like
good.
I know this happened to like my mom, where like she felt like towards the end of her career at one job was that like they were starting to just give her every bullshit thing they could because they didn't want to fire her, but they also wanted to get her out the door, so they just give her a bunch of bullshit to kind of force your hand. That's one way of, or hey, you're unionizing a workplace. Let's make sure we make you as miserable as possible so we can get you to quit. Because if we fired you, we get in trouble. So we need to make it
right. We don't want to pay severance. We make you quit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't love how that fell there at the end, but overall, I think we won. I think this went from, if we had to rank our out of 10, like I feel like we got like a 8 out of this. 8 out of 10, maybe a 7 at worst if you're being not as rose-tinted glasses with it, but
I feel weirdly bad about structured product labeling. Like, it's just boring as its crime, but it's like the type of organization that I respect. You know what I mean?
Quit a job is just a little bit better at D than it structured product labeling was. It just kind of is what it is, unfortunately. But I think we still won, and that's what we should take out of this. It's hard to get a perfect list. We know this. Yeah, I think quit a job would have been great at B or A. If we didn't have, if like we didn't get an Oprah or a Summoners, like that's where we would have put it. And
Yeah.
but hey, we pretty much got a strategy there at the end. We were a little worried there for a second, where we were like, crap, we have two A's and an S and one F to fill, and we pretty much got what, 3 out of 4. That's pretty good. So at the end
Yeah, I
there,
guess
we ran the
I'm
table.
feeling better about
Yeah.
it now as I look at this list, because like there's plenty of things. I just felt that last season we had episodes, and it just, in hindsight, it feels like they were all like this. But it feels like we had episodes with a lot of hell yeses, and I haven't had that yet this season. Yeah, the dog, sure, white crappy, sure, relatively, it's at sea. But none of them are like. I mean, we had pizza, we had Kingdom Hearts. There were other things too that were also Steve Amiibo. Remember that one?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We had the, what's his name from the desert, the roads, that guy, Walton Groggins. Like,
we've named him that, to be clear. Scoggins was
whatever.
was
Yeah.
the second part of
But
that
you're
name.
right. I mean, so far we
So
haven't.
I just gotta
yeah.
reset. I just gotta reset my expectations to be like, no, this is what we're expecting. It is cool to have mattress and summoners. I think it's funny
We
to
got Arnold
have men.
Schwarzenegger one time, and that was like a pretty big hell yeah for us too. Yeah. So
we had Ronald Reagan. We had plenty of other Nazis, which were not hell yeah.
I don't know, but like, no, you're right. I mean, so far, I'll say though, at least we're getting pretty good specific things, because I think that was my one thing with season 1. There was sometimes it felt like we got too broad. So at least we're like I learned what a white crappy is.
No, we had men.
I would have thought that was a weird white. If someone said what a white crappy was before, I'd be like, I would not have guessed it was a fish. I mean,
I would have known, but
it sounds like a British food or something. I don't know.
No, so, they eat nothing but brown sludge there. So they'd be called brown crappies.
Well, I thought it'd be a dessert or something. Be like, oh, you want some white crappy? I feel like it's fucking pudding. You're describing pudding. Vanilla pudding. But
oh God. All right, to close out the show, I need a pee.
Folks, that was S Rank, the podcast. We are here in season 2. We have ranked things. Did we win? I think we did. But you tell us. You put your list in the comments. We want to know, were we too hard on some things? Were we actually cowards for, being afraid of ranking mattress? Were we? Did we not talk about it enough? But folks, this is S Rank, the podcast. We rank things on an S through F scale, and we don't know what comes next, all right? And we have only one swap, which we used today. We used it this episode, and we needed it, because that could have been dicey. Could have been dicey there at the end, but yeah, put your list in the comments. We'd like to see it. And till next time, make sure you give a compliment a day. That's the moral of the story.
Men's rights. No, I'm kidding. I gotta hit close.